all these tables? Okay. What happens when you get in your 5th season?
Yeah. It's a lot of tables. How's everybody doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good.
You guys are on break now?
Well, this is the first day of the break.
Oh, okay.
So once I
you're really
finish
not
here,
break.
right. We flew down yesterday after we finished working.
Okay.
Now, start tomorrow.
Okay. And then how long do you get off before you come back?
It's like 12 or 13 days.
Okay.
And then we'll be back up there in Vancouver. Good old sunny Vancouver. That's what I always say. It is always so gray and cloudy up there. So I say, good old sunny Vancouver, the place I'm known to grow in love. Right when the rain is coming down.
So we asked Corbin if he knew where the pineapples were. Do you play the pineapple games? Do you know where they are in the episodes?
No, most of the time I don't know where they are.
No?
Someone else is just putting them behind my back somewhere. And they're not always in every episode. So that's a big trick they play on everybody. Sometimes people are looking for something that doesn't exist.
They did the same thing in the West Wing with the fishbowl, right?
The fishbowl on the West Wing was always about the story. That was in every episode, and it was always about. It had something. If you looked at the fishbowl, it had something to do with what was going on within the story. Like if there was a plane crash, then you see like a little plane crash in there, or if there was like something about the Constitution, you might see the Constitution. You know, it was pretty interesting what they did with those. What did they auction those things on? They should have auctioned them off or something like that. Yeah, I would like to have one myself. You know, I forgot about those though. Thanks for reminding me.
Speaking of the West Wing, your transition from dramatic role to comedic role must have been a hard transition. Do you think it would be just as difficult to go like back again?
The hardest part for me was working with Rodé and Steve Franks, how they do a lot of improv. And coming from the West Wing was what was written is what was said. You know, and the writing was that great. I mean, Aaron Sorkin was phenomenal. So when I first came to Psych and Rodé started just going off dialogue, going off what was in the script, I'll be like, dude, what are you doing? The script says, yes, I can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about, trucks and cars and fishes and things like that. So, I mean, that was something for me to learn, but it was a muscle I wanted to work on anyway, so I was glad to be able to do it. But no, I don't think the transition would be that hard. I did a play like 2 seasons ago in the off-season, just to kind of work on the dramatic stuff back in New York, and I love drama, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if after Psych you see me go back to do a drama. I love it.
The tap dancing? How long have you been doing that?
I'm 35 years old, and I first started dancing when I was 3. So for 32 years, I've been tap dancing.
It was excellent.
Thank you very much. Thank you. In the last few years, I haven't done it as much as I would like to, but I was glad to have a chance to kind of focus in on it for a while with the show. Having Jason Samuel Smith, having him come up and dance with me. It was a lot of fun. I hadn't danced with Jason in years. We did Bring Noise, Bring the Fun together. He's grown so much as an artist since then. You know, to be able to interact with that kind of artistry was, it was a thrill for me.
Do you find those muscles atrophy if you're not using them? Like acting muscles if you're not?
It's like anything, you gotta put oil on it, you know? It's like riding a bike. You know,
It comes back to it.
you can't always do what you did before, but if you spend enough time with it, it starts to come back. And then the challenge too, when you work with greatness like Jason, I mean, you have to. It just kicks in. Where it's like, you know what? Okay, I gotta forget that. You're not gonna make me look stupid. You know what I mean? And I told him when he came out, I said, put down something. I want you to put down something that. Come on, let's try to do it. Let's try to hit it. And and that's how we did it. But I'm definitely inspired to keep on dancing. I love the art form. I love being a tap dancer. I love being able to say I'm a tap dancer. I love being able to make music with my feet. And I want to see dance get out there more. In terms of media, like television and film, I'd like to see dance get out there more. And I would like to see a spotlight put on some of the talented artists that are out there. There's so many wonderful dancers out there. If you just go on YouTube and YouTube some of the dancers, there's so many of them. But they just don't have the opportunities for the masses to see them. And doing an episode of Psych was the first step, my first step in that direction of trying to, let people know, like, look, there's some talented cats out here. It wasn't so much about me dancing as it was when the cats see people like Jason. Hopefully, that'll lead to somebody else. Maybe Glee would do a tap episode.
Right, you got them up in the
have, and have tap dancers go on there, and they'll search out some real cats who can really put it down. You know what I mean? Why not? I want to see dance out there. I can talk about tap all night. So you gotta. the improv helps with it, and the writers do a great job of coming up with great stories. And the thing is always staying true to it. I think if you try to phone it in and try to say, I know it, Sean, I know what's going to happen, then it can get stale and boring. But if you really try to stay engaged as an actor, you'll find things. Each take, you'll find things. And you say, dude, you know what we can do? We can go like this, boom. And it'll happen. Or you'll find a different way to say the same exact line, and that'll be fun. Or you'll find things you can do while you're not saying anything. And just react to things. And that's what keeps it fun and engaging, at least for me.
So where's Gus's love interest from all this?
That's a good question. He has a love interest coming up this year, but we don't even get a chance to see her. So that's the cruel joke they play on Gus. I would like to see Gus. We had Sarah Shahi on last season for an episode, but I would like to see Gus do maybe like a 1 or 2 episode, thing. I wouldn't want to see like 5 or 6, but it's over a course of 1 or 2 episodes.
Your wife played one of Gus's love interests.
She did.
Yeah, did you
Season
still
1.
talk about the show?
That's a Steve Franks question. He talked about it like years ago, and then we just kind of got going on. Maybe before the show's over, we'll get her to come back with something. Any excuse I have to kiss my wife, what's All right?
Thank you.